Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Chapman. Welcome with Empire Beat Magazine and Authors in Focus. We're proud to be part of the 15th annual Black Writers on Tour here at the Carson Community Center. And the best thing about being at the Black Writers on Tour is you get to meet interesting authors such as Dameon Wroe. He is the author of No Longer Silent by way of poetry. So we're going to find out more about Mr. Wroe right now. How you doing, Dameon?
I'm doing good.
That's good. So you know, no longer silent, aren't you?
I am no longer silent, Charles.
Good.
It's about to go down.
Good. So what about your book of poetry? Tell me something about that.
No Longer Silent. My first book is also poetry, True Inspirations, a poetry collection. The thing I love about No Longer Silent by way of poetry is that it's more of a poetic mini novel, so to speak. It is inspired by poetry, but the way that I set it up was more of like a, for those novel readers out there who enjoy reading long novels, but also for the people who enjoy reading poetry. I kind of brought the best of both worlds together into one book entitled No Longer Silent. So I'm basically talking about a lot of issues relative to things that are going on in today's community, life experience, things of that nature, and just basically woven into one book of poetry, but in a novel setting.
Okay, what's the subject matter for most of your poems?
For most of my poems, the subject matter is really just reality. My childhood experiences growing up, in a lot of ways, are not really much different from a lot of other people out there who grew up in a single family home, absent father, hardships, things of that nature, all the types of things going on in my life from childhood to now, which gave me motivation and energy to turn negative situations into positive products within the publishing company. So,
if there's one thing you can say to our reading audience out there, what would be the one reason why they should really buy this book?
The one reason why everybody should buy this book is because it's undeniable. I mean, the material that I'm covering in this, you've never seen a poetry book like No Longer Silent, and I will put a lot riding on that. I mean, I've done my research. There's not a book out there of poetry like No Longer Silent, and I think the book is definitely going to speak for itself once it hits the market on May of this year.
May of this year, good.
May of this year.
What other projects are you involved in right now?
Well, I'm currently working on book number 3, which is a book that's more geared toward the business world, mentoring, motivational, be it college students or high school students who are trying to overcome challenges. The challenges of today with a lot of high school kids are much different from when I was coming up through high school. So I'm addressing those issues, and just also touching on some of the business aspects of corporate America, and just really trying to bring awareness to a lot of young people out there who are striving to have a desire to be authors or business people or what have you, but really don't have the avenue or the resources to make it happen. Good.
Sounds good. So where can our audience find you?
They can find me at my publishing company website, which is www.anotherepublishingcompany.com.
Okay, I always ask authors like yourself advice to our aspiring authors watching this. So what advice do you have for our aspiring authors?
My best advice to any authors out there aspiring to become a published author is, before you start doing the groundwork of anything that you're working on, always have your work finished. A lot of people have come to me over the years who want to have stuff published, and the first question that I ask them is, are you done with the writing? And the majority of them who think they're done, they're really not. And so when you start telling them what's needed and what other things are going to be required of them, you discover that they haven't even completed the writing process. So before you can move forward with anything else and even get the attention of the right people to listen to you, to hear what your stuff is about, you need to almost have your stuff ready to go. So that's my best advice that I would give.
Sound advice. So ladies and gentlemen, Dameon Wroe, he is the author of No Longer Silent by way of poetry. Please support him, look him up, and definitely we'll make sure that we'll keep in touch quite often. See you at the LA Black Book Expo.
You definitely will see us there.
All right, thanks a lot, Dameon.
Thank you for having me.
That's it for Empire Beat Magazine, Authors in Focus.